Hey, it's at Love Clark again. We're gonna talk about this phony politics again. You guys gotta understand, the news, media, television, all that stuff's all controlled by corporations. They're all tied together. A lot of you people already know all this stuff. But when you look at these Trump rallies or Hillary fests or whatever, you look at the background, the way they sit up there and talk and these events and everything. It's just so cheap. It's gotten so cheap and fake. And not even good quality fake, but just fake. Just plain fake looking. It looks, honestly, it looks like WWE, it looks like wrestling. I mean, it's so fake. And you got the people holding up their signs in the crowd for their favorite, wrestler. And it's all scripted bullshit, And Trump, he doesn't go by teleprompter, okay? So he's not pre-scripted, but he's good at ad-libs, so they know he's good at that. So they just let him do it. Because they know he can he can think and speak. Okay, he doesn't need to be teleprompted, regardless of the the idea he's going to speak out. It's already been thought up. Of course, he thinks before he speaks. But Hillary and these other people, they got to go by teleprompter. The point I'm trying to make is all this is to make it look more and more real, to make you believe that the fight is real, okay? And it's not. It's just like wrestling. It's just like wrestling, actually. I think that there's so much in the media and media and television, and television controls and runs the news and entertainment so much that the same people, honestly, that were helping write scripts for WWE and set things up for WWE and WWF runs the same. It's the same people. They've done the same kind of studies on wrestling, psychology with wrestling fans. Okay, they know America is the same thing. It's a bunch of wrestling fans. This is politics. It's pre-scripted and a predetermined winner. They put up a bunch of people on there that they think you're going to like this hero or you're going to like that hero. They pit them against each other. The fights are predetermined. The champion's already predetermined. So, the thing is you've got a predetermined champion that never really won a fight, that never really fought, never really battled another opponent, and won a real fight. But that championship belt and that title is a real belt and a real title. Regardless, it's still a championship belt. It's a real belt. It's a world championship wrestling belt, and it's a title. So when you're the champion, regardless how you got there, how you got the belt or the title, you are the real champion. And that is a real belt, and that's a real title, but you didn't win it. It was scripted. So, people got to realize they want to pull on your heartstrings no matter what. They already know that they've got you divided, Republican, Democrat. They've got to make you believe that the fight is real. So they making you they want you disgusted with Hillary. They want you either way. They've got you either way, like I said, but they want you disgusted with Hillary or disgusted with Trump, because it's even more divide, okay? But it looks like they really just want you disgusted with Hillary really bad, so that, or worse so, it looks like she's getting more exposure as being the one to hate more, okay? So she's getting more of the exposure as the bad guy. And what this does is it just rallies up people to to go behind Trump as their champion, and they're prodding you in the direction they really want you to. And they'll go to whatever lengths. Hillary will do what she's told to do. If it's going to be Trump and it's pre-picked, she'll go through the motions, make herself look dumb, whatever it takes, okay? Even if she has to look like the loser. And then at the end of the day, her and whoever, and Trump or whoever are going, yeah, we made it, we did it. We made him think that this was real. Made him actually, get behind and scream for blood. Get behind this person, because at wrestling they scream for, we want blood, we want blood. I mean, they get really into it, those fans, And it's the same thing. That title is real. The president's title is real. His power is real, to a certain degree. And the White House is a real position, okay? But how they got there is phony. It's fake. And it's only got cheaper over time. And it just looks like WWE. Just watch some WWF, WWE. Look at the people in the crowd with their signs and their favorites, and then watch and listen to the scripting and the way that they manipulate the masses. The scripts manipulate the crowds, and they go boo, and it's an emotional thing. They want to make you think there's an emotional experience going on there, so you're really convinced that it's happening, that it's a real fight, when it's a scripted, choreographed. Yes, the action was real. Yes, the stunts were real. Yes, people really got hurt. But in the end, it was all scripted and planned out. Now, it might even get to the point, it may be to the point where they already got your winners picked. They don't care if it's Hillary or Trump. So it might be to the point where, they already picked the winner. So whichever way it goes, in case, just emergency case that it went the way they didn't, it still goes the way they want. So, that title belt, yeah, it's real, but you didn't really win it in a real fight. So it's so cheap. And, think about it. He's been on a reality shows. Trump has, okay? Now, he doesn't talk PC, and he wants you guys to really, think that he is in no way involved in the cabal. That with the millions and millions of dollars, and all the time he throws up the same little Hitler diamond hand sign, Masonic hand sign. Regardless of you people say Hitler wasn't a Mason, he was a member of some kind of secret society, the Vril, or whatever it was they were. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that because we're talking about Trump. I'm just used that example because Hitler used that one a lot, with the little hands looking like they're almost folded, making a diamond. So, this is all just scripted bullshit. It's now because Donald Trump doesn't need script. He's an ad-lib and can think quick, and he knows his place. They don't make him teleprompt, so he's not pre-scripted, but the ideas are pre-scripted. The idea where he's going to go with it, with what he's going to say, it's pre-scripted. I mean, in his mind it is. He just actually has a functioning brain, that can actually work under stress without someone handling him. So, I don't even know if Donald Trump has a handler. But the point is, and what saddens me is there's people that really have good hearts, and they want to vote for Trump because they feel like Hillary Clinton's a disgusting woman, this and that. She's going to die. She's sick. She stands against all the values of the conservatives and the mothers that want to stay at home with their children, those kind of people. And they get them thinking that, wow, just Trump's a great guy, And I ain't saying he's a bad guy or a good guy. I don't really know him. But they got these mothers at home, conservative mothers, voting, and they're going against Hillary. And they have good points because they're against Hillary. What they don't realize is they're all in the same club. So they think, they're doing a good job by trying to expose Hillary as a bad guy and show Trump as a hero. But in all reality, they're all in the same club. And that's what saddens me, is these women out here are convinced that, what, I'm on the right side of the fence. And you're really all actually boxed in the same pen. So until you realize that the voting's rigged, it's all rigged, and your votes are rigged, and that's what makes me sad. So you think you're on the right side of the fence, and in all actuality, if it was real, you would be to a certain degree. But because it's not, you're not. So until you see through this virtual, rigged, false reality matrix that's around us, you call it our society, modern society, okay? What you want to do is take that idea and recognize it and get it in your head that it's rigged. So you won't waste your time anymore acting like the candidates matter, okay? Yes, it's great. I'd love to see you standing up against Hillary, because she is a wicked witch. But the whole time, the thing is you think that the fight is real, and it's not. That's what I don't like, and I hate to see the women, especially the women that are really trying to get in it this time for Trump, because they think it's the morally right thing to do for a woman to stand up against another woman who doesn't have the same values as them. That they don't think Hillary Clinton is a real woman. And I'm not talking about sexually, like Michael. But which one, Jackson or Obama? Anyway, so they, they think they're on this right side, and for all good intents, they know, Hillary's a witch, and they don't. It's everything that a good woman should not be, is what Hillary is. So these people get excited to get up and say, stand up and make their voice heard and say, I'm not going to stand for this woman, and I'm a woman, and I'm going to vote for Trump, and I don't care what he thinks about women and blah, 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 right? And what he says, I'm not going to let Hillary have my vote. And that's the sad thing, because wasted energy. Some of it's wasted energy, because yes, Hillary's evil witch. Okay, that's good exposure. But Donald Trump is probably in the cabal pretending not to be. No, he's trying really, they're trying to make it really hard for you to believe, because, well, look, they know that the people are getting on to the Freemasonic secret satanic society for the elite that controls the world. Okay, the super rich clubs. He knows that people are on to that. So, and also the rigged voting. So that's why he brings it up as if it's. So you bring up some of the truth as if, oh well, he said some truth, so he must be authentic. And then what it does is just makes you think he's not part of it, and then he acts like, oh yeah, he's got all this money, but he's not part of the cabal. It's trying to convince you and make it look real and legit. But if these were real opponents, and these people had nothing to do with each other, and they really weren't in the same kind of clubs and mingled in the same groups of people, why was Hillary coming to his wedding at his request by money that he paid her. See, if you really think about what he said with this, it says it all there. He pays people off to get what he wants out of them. Yes, that's one way to get what you need, but in the long run, loyalty is stronger and more valuable than paying somebody off, because if you pay somebody off today, tomorrow they'll stab you in the back and they'll be taking the next bribe from someone else, your opponent. Okay? But the point is that there's no real opponents except for one, enemy, adversary that you can't see because it's a group of people. And it's not just a person, it's a group of people. It's an attitude. Just don't get caught up in believing this is even real. Because, like I said, they know that we're all onto the secret society, so they're trying to make it like Trump is not one of them. Pretend at their hardest that he's not one of them, and he trying to pretend his hardest that he's not one of them. And he is. He definitely is. That's my opinion, so you can't say I'm slandering. Okay, I'm going to state that right now. It's my opinion. So you'll get sued for any kind of statements that are found to be untrue. Okay, because opinions aren't always fact, but common sense will tell you, with that kind of money, her coming to his weddings, why would you even want her at your wedding? And then her actually showing up because of the fact that he gave out the money, they're sellouts. He's a buyout. He buys you out, and she's a sellout. So he's the buyout, she's the sellout, and you guys all got sold or bought. One other way, you're still a slave. When you're bought or sold, and there's not another option, you're still a slave, because you're being bought or you're being sold. You're being purchased either way. You're being purchased like property, okay? So don't be owned and don't be ruled by these people. God said this is not his world, okay? This is not his world, and this world is ruled by Satan. Every aspect of it is. And if people get mad, oh well, the churches are organized religion, most definitely is in it with the politics. It's all in it with the Freemasonic. It's all part of the system. It's all part of the matrix. It's sad, but true. And until you get men and women, till you actually wake up and realize these votes don't matter, they don't count. It's rigged reality. It's a rigged game. And they are really trying hard to make it look convincing, because he's trying so bad to look like he's not part of the globalists. So he may want to be nationalist, really. He may want to be, but still he's in the globalist club. So he may want more national power, so that way he could control the country more than and not less control by the globalist, but only while he's in control. See? So you cannot believe this rigged reality, and you cannot even believe the bull. Even Alex Jones tries to make it look like it's legit to a certain degree. And what's funny is he's calling out all these news people and saying they're phony, they're controlled, and this and that. CNN, blah blah blah. It's the same people that writes his checks as CNN. So you guys got to see that too and understand that. Go look and see who writes his checks and pays for Alex Jones. Okay? It's the same people as CNN. It's the same people. It's Hillary Clinton's and her. It's the cabal. It's the Kenite Cabal Club, KKK, with different, with just a different repackaging names. Okay, because the Klan was made by Freemasons. You know, the Ku Klux Klan. Okay, it was made by the Freemasons. Therefore, it's not legit. It was never was legit. It's just another divide and conquer. Okay, even the Klanmen has to understand this. Even the lower level ones maybe not realize it. Albert Pike, okay, made the Klan was a Freemason. A lot of these people, it's all Freemasonic. It's like Joe Smith and all this other stuff. Okay, and those rituals, and making you think you're part of something that's doing something to preserve your race and to battle against evil, and it's not. It's just a divide and conquer and control. Keep you in your pen and keep you in your pen. Alright? Because the animals, you cannot, if you really let the animals get at each other and you care, and you're using them as tools to get what you want out of them, you will not let them get at each other and actually hurt each other. You'll just let them think they can. And that's what all this stuff is going on. And that's what all this bullshit is with Black Lives Matter and the white man that made all this shit up. You guys are following a white man. You're following a white man's lies. Right there, Black Lives Matter. I'm telling you. So, and then, you know, Joe Biggs on this InfoWars, and they're talking about the CIA exposing the fact that Hillary is sick and she's having these mini seizures from flashing bulbs. I think I'll get to the, and I'll go to the video on another clip later today, and I'll show you the video. And Joe Biggs is talking about, and it just sounds so, it just sounded so prophetic and just like hidden in plain sight like they always like to do. And he said, the flashing bulbs at a Trump rally. There's all these flashing bulbs, and the flashing is the word they use to describe light, Satan. He's flashing. He flashes. And he talks about how there's all these flashing bulbs at a Trump rally because it's like a sports event, because he's like a superstar or something like that, you know. And it just made it sound like a character from a Tim LaHaye book. You know, I don't buy into Left Behind. Rapture is theory. It's not fact. It's unsound. And it's not true. So, I mean, there's some kooky, spooky stuff going on in the world. And it just gets very discouraging at times. Don't let it get to you. Don't let your eyes be, when your eyes get open to these things, it can be very sad to see the world fooled and blind, and the rest of people just blindly following the blind. But you can't let that get you down. You can't let that get too far into your soul. Sadness. Rejoice that you can see. Okay, be glad that you're not deaf and that you're not blind. Okay, because you could be one of the blind and deaf ones. And don't be one of the dumb ones. Okay, because there's blind, deaf, and dumb. And what they used to call dumb, that was just a person that could not speak. You've got YouTube and stuff like that right now that's free to use and has free speech a little bit still. Use it now, because that's going to end soon. Okay? Thank you. Please, if you want to subscribe, subscribe. If not, then don't. Thumbs up or thumbs down. But the point is, you know, like I said, I love to see these people getting involved and trying to think they're doing the right thing and actually stepping up to the plate, especially these females up against another female, and saying, no way, we don't, that's not what we stand for as American people and as American women and good moral values. That's not a woman to them. This is all wonderful and great, okay, to see. But, and if it was a man and they had an issue, the issues they had, then it wouldn't, that's not even the issue either. But when they're, I love to see that they're standing up, but for good, for a good cause. But the thing is you've got, that saddens me the worst is you really believe it, that the other person you're voting for is not in the same club. Or, you know what's even weirder, is the people that know or are onto their eyes open that it's a rigged reality. When it comes to Hillary Clinton, the votes are going to be rigged and it's all a rigged game. But then when they want to think about and talk about Trump, they act as if it's not rigged, as if there is a real democracy, as if the votes really do count, and they don't. So this is a conundrum, and it's very upsetting for people, and that's why you know, God doesn't like politics. This is exactly one reason why God does not like politics, and He never did. It's because it's lies and it's manipulation and it's for pride, and it's for selfish pride, selfish gain, nothing else. At Love Clark, love you guys. That's it.